Hello, hello there, James here. I want to make another video. Um, this is something for people that like to call themselves divestors, these black women. I'm gonna show you why who, who kind of have a certain mindset. It does apply to all black women who date outside their race, but this particular woman said something really particular. The same um, person that make this video. I'm gonna play it after I play these two videos, and I'm gonna share you what these women experience over in another country.
Like a creamy Dutch Gouda and same game parlays on FanDuel are the best way to bet on your favorite. We had one of our sisters travel to Greece, and she had a white supremacist experience. Let's go ahead and roll that.
So I've been sitting here having dinner, and all of these people have been coming in after me, and not one person has come over here to ask me, is everything okay? Do you need anything? How are you liking your food? But yet, these people sitting across from me, Caucasian, they've been over to their table twice, asking them, is everything okay? Joking with them, having conversation, and it's a shame. It's a shame how we are treated, no matter where we go. Okay? Nobody's come over to my table. I had to flag down the server, and let him know, can I get salt and pepper? Can I get balsamic? Because he never came over to my table to say, how's everything? Did you need anything or nothing? So, be aware where you spend your money. I'm not coming to any more European countries, okay? Because we're not treated right. We're not treated right. They, when I walked past the outside, they was very nice, very nice. Oh, come in, everything's fresh. So now I come in, I'm sitting down having dinner. Nobody's come to my table one time to say anything. Is everything okay? Are you enjoying everything? No short conversation, nothing. Okay? So they want our money. Okay? So be careful where you spend your money. I'm never coming to any more European countries again. So this is definitely a weird experience. I'm not going to complain, but I will write a review. Just letting, African Americans beware not to support this business, and be careful where you spend your money. I've told y'all time.
I'm gonna show you. So that was one. Let's go to this other video.
This is my EcoHelix. It helps me visualize the value of my money in one simple place, so I can comfortably sip this $9 latte.
So you got one of these sisters out here that was obviously dating a man of a different community, probably a zaddy, but things didn't work out too well for this particular woman. Let's review it.
So I went on a date earlier, and I took a mess because I took a nap because the date was so horrible. And it kind of reminded me of like being a black girl in Kentucky.
Black girl in Kentucky. 9 times out of 10, she was dating Zaddy. I can bet on that, but let's go.
It was a really, really good date, but at the end of it, he was like, I don't think it could be serious because my parents would never accept you.
Yeah, and that's what they hear a lot. See, they don't like to tell you that part of it. It's when they tell them, look, hey, I can fool with you. We could, go and have relations or whatever. But as to something serious, I can't do that. Because, see, you have some of them getting on here calling black men bullet bags and all kind of things they call black men. But notice all them that's talking don't have a white husband. Because people are not going to accept them. Because we know that anti-black racism is what a lot of them practice. Not saying all, but a lot of them do. And they will not accept black people. And why would you want to be accepted around that? These women don't understand that when it comes to Zaddy, You can't produce little Emily and little Connor. You can't produce that. All you can produce is Drake and Alicia Keys. And Zaddy don't want Drake and Alicia Keys. He want Emily and Connor. So you are not a choice whatsoever. And his people collectively think of black people in the worst way. I said collectively, didn't say individuals. You got some great individuals. We're talking about the collective, and we have a documented history of how the collective thinks of black people. Let's continue.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you hate it because you want to deal with Zaddy. Because I guarantee you, if you'll get you a brother that's from over there, I guarantee you, no brother's family gonna say, "Oh, I can't accept her because she's black." No, but y'all want to date people that reject you like that. I've always said, just due to the documented history that we have here in America, I would want to deal with that issue and problem. Just wouldn't want to deal with it. It's way too much problems that in life for me to deal with something extra that I can eliminate. You understand what I'm saying? And no woman is worth my time like that. Period. Of course, I've never been attracted to them like that at all. So it would have never been a choice anyway. But this is what a lot of, these, divestors deal with. But they don't come talking about that. I seen one of them that always talk about Zaddy, on YouTube. I thought it was kind of funny. Every 5 minutes she gets her Zaddy, then about a week, 2 weeks, she's on there crying and calling him names because he dumping her. Yeah, because all you are is a fetish to him. He's not gonna marry you. He want to marry the women in his community. Period. And the quicker you learn it, the better it is. But see, this is what I tell the brothers. You need to make a consequence when they do that. In other words, you find out they be dating Zaddy or have a relationship with Zaddy, say, "Oh, no, I can't fool with you. I can't." Now, you say why? You say for a woman, we talk about a woman, to submit herself to Zaddy after our history that we have in America, and you willingly submit to him to lay down. Nah, you go ahead and do what you're going to do. And usually them kind of women like that, they be the biggest pro-black you can ever see when they come back to, "Oh, yeah, man, black this and Black Lives Matter." Like, man, get your behind over there where you at. It's like Meghan Markle. She was all happy to be around them people, but she got that good treatment, that good old black treatment. And now she don't want to be around them. They gonna show you real quick how they feel about you. But let me know what y'all think.
Next.
Introducing the Ferrero Rocher chocolate bar.
Which
Crunchy
is the next
hazelnuts,
bit.
smooth
He talks
chocolate,
about
creamy
what this
filling.
one woman said.
Make any moment.
Nigerian men get a lot of love in this part of Africa too. It's something that a lot of black men don't want to talk about, but white men are always going to get preferential treatment over you almost anywhere in the world.
Why are you so okay with just giving your women away to other races?
The world we are living in right now, it's kind of survival of the fittest. So if they feel they can find their way out using that way, then they're free to do whatever they feel like.
Because of the way we've been portrayed, not our fault, women are looking elsewhere. So we need to control the way we are portrayed.
Hi guys, welcome to Kenganda. My name is Janita Maya and this is the Repart Podcast.
Yo guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Outer Brand from Uganda.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
New word?
Big up.
Wow.
Yes, man.
Yes, people. Maintain DJ and producer, Caribbean from London. Living in Kampala for 5 years now. Big up everyone.
Okay.
O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again. African American, Sacramento, California, the West Coast, stand up here in Kampala.
Okay, perfect. Now I was on TikTok passing time and then I came across this video. Watch this with us and react to it with us.
Kenya, Uganda, and Burundi, East Africa. What is happening in your country? I know they don't get white Christmas in this country, but it is snowing heavily. You all love the white men. What is happening? Your mothers be telling you stay away from Nigerian men, stay away from Nigerian men, but it's okay for you all to be with the Santa Claus. Merry Christmas.
That's his message right there. It's snowing in East Africa. And he said Merry Christmas because he has never seen that many white men with Ugandan or East African ladies. Yeah. Guys, what do you think about this? Is this something that you've observed? Have you seen this? Have you interacted with, an interracial couple? Let us know.
So let me start this one off, right? I've been in Uganda for 6 years, and obviously I think you see it more. There's certain restaurants I'll like to hang out at because it reminds me of, it has the same ambiance as the States or Europe or whatever. So if I want to get a little, even if the food might not be the best, but I'll go. There's one place in particular I go to.
Yeah.
When you're there at the restaurant, you will see a lot of older white men and really super attractive Ugandan women.
Yeah.
But it's even much, 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 much worse in Nairobi, in Kenya. Oh yeah, it is. You see it a lot. So of course, I think a lot of black men, this guy sounds like he is Nigerian, but maybe he's been living in Britain. He has a little bit of a twang. He probably wasn't born in Britain, but he was born Nigerian. Probably lives in Britain now.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is this: it's Nigerian men get a lot of love in this part of Africa too.
Yeah.
It's something that a lot of black men don't want to talk about, but white men are always going to get preferential treatment over you almost anywhere in the world. It's something that happens. It happens in South Africa. It happened in Brazil. But the thing that's crazy for me is so many other ladies that will deal with you. It don't even really matter. You kind of even brush it off. So I don't know. Maybe the brother, he seems like he's funny, so he shouldn't have no problem. But it's there. But it don't stop you from what you. I mean, not me, because I'm a Christian. But amen. It shouldn't stop you in your other stuff. There's so many women that will deal with you because he is a Nigerian.
Yeah.
Or will deal with you because you are an African American or Black British. So.
Okay. Nate, what do you think?
Yes, Jonita. I agree with him. I see it a lot. I see it a lot.
Is it like white men or older white men?
So it's the older white men. Even my neighbor.
Oh!
No, you.
Hold on. Story time music! Talk about it.
Okay, so I'm chilling on my porch. It's a beautiful day in Kampala. And I see these
Say it.
3 girls go to my neighbor's house. 2 of them I knew. So they was just, as people do, as they walking through, they look around and they're surrounded. They look up and they go, oh, hey, Maintain. And I'm like, now I've got 2 girls that I don't really know that well. But I only know her from my gigs. Now they know where I live. So one, I'm already annoyed. And they go up to this guy's house, recently divorced.
Okay.
So he came here married.
Was he married to a white lady?
Yeah, well, to a white lady, Belgian guy.
Okay. Belgian guys in Kampala too.
Yeah,
oh my God. A lot.
Got caught cheating. Wife left him. His kids were with him as well. So he split up his family, and now he's just running. He's just running wild in Kampala. But I think he's 70 something.
What does he do?
He's a teacher. He's a French teacher. Yeah.
But he's teaching them about something.
Teaching something. So yeah, I see it a lot, and I think it's more of a they just see him as money, right?
Yeah.
So I may be wrong. They may genuinely like him, but his age and the way he carries himself makes me feel like it's just
money.
It's just money.
It can be loving him for him.
Yeah, and he knows it as well. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, I live in Boa. I have a nice place. You come round. So yeah, it's a big.
It says Laboa, right? That's where we're moving next.
So yeah, I see it a lot.
Yeah.
I see it a lot. I think it's a status thing.
Is this the white guy?
Yeah.
Okay. What does this guy mean by snow? I think if I got confused.
Snow is white. So like a lot of white men.
Yeah.
So the continent.
So in
you ever heard the term snow bunny before?
Yeah.
That's a white woman.
So yeah, in London where I'm from, anybody that likes white girls or vice versa, white men, they say, oh yeah, you love the snow. Yeah, you know what I mean? You like to go skiing.
Because the snow is white.
Yeah.
Get it?
That's what I'm hearing that.
Yeah. I was trying to understand. Actually, I was now wondering. Why in East Africa are we getting snow?
Now you know, brother. Yeah. Different type of snow.
Yeah. That's the snow.
That's what you meant.
Yeah.
it's quite common.
He says he's seeing a lot of older white men with East African girls. But what's your take on it, Alta?
Actually, for me, I've also experienced it because I have my OGs, the some whom I studied with.
Yeah.
And these are ladies like I was sitting with them in the same classroom.
Yeah.
But right now, as we speak, there were those Snow White guys.
Okay.
Like right now, like they actually married. I know like 3 who are married and they have kids. Some are staying in Kenya. Yeah, so I've witnessed it.
Yeah. Would you say you have an issue with seeing your orgies with like white men?
No, the world.
Sorry, it sounds like y'all saying orgies.
Orgy, like old girl. Like you went to the same school. That's an orgy. You went to the same school. For anyone, because I think it's Ugandan slang. Sorry.
Yeah. So me personally, I don't have any problem with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the world we're living in right now. It's kind of survival of the fittest. So if they feel they can find their way out using that way, then they're free to do whatever they feel like.
To take you back to the recent episodes, you're the same person who had an issue with colonialism and whatnot, and now you're fine with a white man dating your Ugandan girls and whatnot.
No, that's not. Is this colonialism?
No, but the descendants of colonizers.
Okay, they can come and colonize. In that aspect, they're allowed to colonize.
Why? Why though? Why are you so okay with just giving your women away to other races?
Since their choice, I believe by the time they grow up to that age, they're adults and they know what to do. And just like I couldn't blame someone for believing in what they believe, because I believe you in your right mind, like in your right thinking, you are understanding and you know what you're doing. You're not some little young kid who can be told, hey, don't do this. So freedom. Do whatever
they can do what they want. Sorry. I know I'm attacking you. It's all love, guys. It's all love.
Yeah.
So if you, let's say there's a certain girl that you like, she turns you down for a white man, you okay with it?
That would be a problem.
Okay, now that's a problem. Why?
Of course, there won't be much I can do.
Yeah.
But if I really expressed myself, my interest into you, you don't have to, unless you go and do it undercover, like you vanish away from me, but you don't do it like in the open. It will be weird.
Okay. Well, look at you, Alta. Well,
when it comes to protecting my business, I joined over 300,000 other small business owners just like you and me, and then switched to Next. My name's Tim O'Laughlin, and I run a YouTube.
So you probably wonder why I'm playing these videos, because you're gonna get a different outtake on what people on the continent, what they're Kenyan women, African American women, black women here, and Nigerian women. Some other Ugandan women. Give you an idea about they go to other men. But check this out. I'm gonna check what this woman says at the end. We're gonna go back to Phil. He just made this video not long ago. And guess what this woman, then I'm gonna make my comment. I have this video. See where that video at. Here it is.
You see a lot of these women with this so-called hypergamy content out here talking about they trying to date or they only date wealthy men, but we got one that, God, I'm telling y'all, the moment you see the clip, you already know probably where I'm gonna go. Let's review it. Right off the bat, before I say anything, this woman right here, she's hit the wall. Right there alone, her approach should be completely different. Not that she couldn't get a man. No, that's not what I'm saying. Not because you hit the wall, you hit that stage in life, right? It's not that you can't. You just got to present yourself just a total different manner to get a decent man, right? But let's go on and let you brothers hear what this woman has to say.
Okay, part 2, how to meet amazing men. It really depends on what you want. So for me, I know for a fact that I only want to date wealthy men.
You want to date them. Okay, we just established that, then I didn't see no wedding ring on her hand at all, right? So what good is her advice if she couldn't obtain a ring?
Period. I also, for me personally, I don't date black men. I do not date black American men.
And you did black American men a favor let me tell y'all, brothers, so if they ever tell you that, I don't fool with black men, say, oh, who you fool with? You know, and she may tell you what else. Oh, okay, cool. And just move on. Don't get offended by that. Trust me. When that kind of woman, when she tell you that, trust me, she is doing you a favor because her mentality is warped.
Or like romance or what have you. Now, the black men that I do, quote unquote, date, I date them for sex. So those are really Caribbean men, but I just don't fuck with American men.
Y'all heard what she just said. So basically, you get your back blown out in a wet behind in Jamaica. That what you going to do? Oh, we've heard about those stories. What you going to do in the woods with them Jamaican brothers? Getting them booty massages. That what you doing? You call that dating? Let me tell you something. You know this. These women always trying to cover up their whoring. I'm dating. No, you're not dating. You're whoring. And she specifically said Caribbean. Now she could have just said men in other countries, whatever. That would have been a different approach. But you talk about the Caribbean, yeah, well, I know what you want.
Because I also, a requirement of mine is to not deal with men that deal with trauma. I also choose to deal with men that are at the top of the food chain. And
the men in the Caribbean, they deal with a lot of trauma all the time. And so basically what you're saying is you give your body to men who don't have means, and you give supposedly, allegedly giving your body to men of means. So your value is just very low. Because women who have certain value don't give themselves to just any old body. But let's go.
And I choose to deal with men that are in power, and I choose to have men in my life that are decision makers. Those are white males, right? Those are everybody but a non-black American male. That's me. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But I'm extremely clear that that's what's important to me. And so I very deliberately seek out men that can deliver that. I love the status that I get when I'm with men that are in power, that have money, what have you, because that status flows directly down to me. I'm the beneficiary of all of that, and I like that.
What status? You have no status. If you don't have a wedding ring on your hand, ma'am, like I have, then that means you have no status with that man. That's what that means. The only status you have is that little jump off status. After he sit up there and just slum you out. That's all. He give you some little trinkets. We know Brad tricks off. We know that. He is the biggest trick.
Summer is hot, sticky. Summer is sexy outdoors.
It gets interesting with these women.
Bodies on a female.
Off, we know that. He is the biggest trick out there. Ask any pimp out there that Brad is the biggest trick of them all. So he'll trick off to you, and after he's done with you, he kick you to the curb. But once again, you don't have no wedding ring on.
I appreciate that, and I really need that. I also need someone that understands the lifestyle that I create for myself, and they can create that for me as well. I do luxury travel, and all those things. So one of the things my great-grandmother told me from the time I was like 4 years old, she told this to myself, my mother, is that you can do bad by yourself. Now when I was 4, I didn't know what that meant, but when I got old...
And you are by yourself. Once again, you don't have no wedding ring on. Luxury travel. You traveling by yourself. That's exactly what you're doing. You going to the Marriott, or let's say I'm going to give you a hotel, Ritz-Carlton, or whatever, and you staying by yourself. You ain't got no man. Ain't no man loving you and married you or anything. Why is it that these women get online trying to give advice to other women? I mean, to me, it's wrong because you're giving younger women bad advice. Younger women, listen to me. If these women haven't obtained a marriage, they should be advising you. Because if their advice was so solid, then they would have got a husband and had that man.
Right.
Period.
Exactly.
If they walk around without a wedding ring just as much as you are, why listen to them?
Exactly.
That's like equivalent listening to somebody who's broke trying to give you financial advice on investments.
Exactly.
You were like, I'm not listening to you. I mean, like, look at you. I mean, obviously you don't know what you're talking about. Well, that's the same thing with a lot of these women, what they doing to younger women.
Exactly.
We don't want the next generation of young women to be messed off because these older women is out here talking crap on the internet. Tell her to show improve.
Right.
Where's her wedding? Where's her white man that married her? Like her and Ebony K. Williams, all that running off with the mouth. Yeah, you got Zaddy, but Zaddy left you behind.
I understood what that meant. That meant that if I'm doing bad, why do I have a man around with me? So, all the things I can afford to do myself, I need a man that can do more for me. And I can do a lot for myself. You see what I mean? So you can do bad by yourself. I don't need somebody around and I'm just doing okay. I need you to enhance me. So it has to be someone that's in a position to enhance me, my life, my experiences, and what have you.
Yeah, and so you want a man basically at the top, but you don't do a black man, okay? So this is the interesting part about people like her. And shout out to the late David Carroll. He said, white skin covers a multitude of sins for women like her.
Mm-hmm.
And she would take a dusty white dude. To her, a dusty white dude is better than the top of the top black American man. A black American man who's making, high 6-figure, 7-figure income. A dusty white man is so much better because in their rabbit mind, like I said, they are, look, white supremacists themselves. Just call it what it is. They got black skin, but they're white supremacists.
Yeah.
They feel that white is superior. And that's why I tell you, men, you can't date those women.
No.
I wouldn't even lay down with those women for no reason.
No.
Forget that.
No.
You do better go and rub you one on your own than go and lay down with a woman like that. She have a horrible mentality and it's an anti-black mentality.
Another thing too, I am very feminine, and I also am very strong in my conviction and in my personality about what I think men should do. Men should take care of women, and so I allow men to be men. I also choose men that are pleasers, men that derive their pleasure from making the women in their lives happy, financially, sexually, emotionally, what have you.
So basically she likes simps. That's what that is.
So I choose pleaser men. How do you know a guy's a pleaser man? You just listen to what he says. If a guy's like, a woman has to do this, do that, whatever, get him on. That's what I mean when I say...
Oh, you mean a man that has some requirements of you?
Right.
Like a normal man?
Right.
That's going to have some requirements?
Right.
So you want a beta male simp that's just like, please, baby, baby, please. That's basically what you want,
baby, please.
right?
Here's my credit debit card.
To that woman right there, once again, you're going to stay by yourself. Because these men is not going to put up with it today. They don't have to. We live in a global society, so travel is nothing to do today.
Right.
It's not hard to travel like it used to be. Let's continue.
Close your mouth. Open your ears. Let men tell you who they are and what they are. I love pleaser dudes. And I'll say things to them such as, I love men that are responsible and that love taking care of women. Do you? And they'll say yes or no. If they say yeah, then I know I got my dude, right? It's so easy. You guys, these men are everywhere. They're everywhere when that's what you command of them, y'all. So if y'all dating chuckleheads and folios, stop it, because you can have what you...
And out of all your advice, you're still not married. Like, some of y'all just don't even be trying to give it. But my thing is, you can talk on your page all you want. My issue is giving advice to younger women, or even women your own age that may be trying to get somebody and listening to you, who's nothing but a hit the wall jump off. That's all you are at this stage. I mean, and simps, let me tell you the dangerous thing about simps. Play them simps if you want to. Go ahead. Remember Mercedes Moore? She was playing with simps too. She ain't here no more. Don't mess with simps. They still men. And a simp will snap off and hurt you a lot quicker than those men who got requirements of you. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this woman here. Like I said, she has a lot of nerve. But like I said, that's why Brad just slut her out. I know Brad's doing that. Because trust me, these dudes, these Brads see you coming.
Right.
They know you want their money.
Exactly.
And they gonna trick off a little bit, knock you down, and send you on your way. You think they stupid? You think they don't watch the videos? If you so-called want a wealthy man, right? You think wealthy men don't watch TikTok?
Right.
You think wealthy men don't watch my show?
Exactly.
Trust me, there's men of all communities watch my show. And I get messages from men of all communities. So what if one of those men who's so-called wealthy see this video and say, "Oh, okay, why would you blabber everything you just said? If that's your intention, you should have just kept your mouth shut." So see, fellas, you see how they talk themselves out of even their own game that they trying to run?
Yep.
But y'all let me know what y'all think about this woman here. Like I said, she's
Yep, she's a dummy. Just a basic a dummy. Just stupid whatsoever. And just get online and say something like that. Like even the white men that you're attracted to would see this game coming. And they watch a lot of these videos too. Because see, they think the grass is greener on the other side. You're gonna meet the wrong white man. I'm telling you. You're gonna meet the wrong white man, boy. I tell you, boy. Woo, Lord. It's coming. But yeah, it's just that, I prefer that. And they act like men, even if it was a wealthy white man, like, just take, I need to be put up into a certain class. Just give me your credit card and let me use your credit. That's all what that is. And so they want to fit that doggone status. Pick women like her. That's crazy, man. They see that stuff coming. They're gonna peep your game. I don't know what's with some of these women with that mindset, and they just think that. Oh boy. Well, yeah, it was this one video I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, it's pretty pathetic when you have that kind of mindset. And yeah, you're doing black men a favor, trust me. And the ones that work are wealthy, even black men are wealthy, they got college degrees. Trust me, they ain't checking for your crazy ass. And not even the wealthy black men would want to deal with that. And man, I guess some of the Jamaican men, if they really see what your game is, it's like, that's saying a whole lot. But anyway, wow. Yeah, you just, when you hear women like that, they tell a whole lot about themselves. And I'm glad that God let them reveal themselves to me, because them the kind of women I would avoid. If I was sitting on $2 trillion, trust me, I definitely would give you a time of day. Because I know what your intentions is. It's like, man, you don't care about that, man. And like he said, see, the biggest key is to get the man, at least with some African women, they're ready to marry the white man. See, that's what's smart about even over in Africa. When they get them if it was a African female, Uganda, Kenyan women, they gonna marry that white man. Black women, some of you black women here that they stupid. Like Filipino women, they meet a white man, they gonna marry him. Colombian women, they gonna marry him. Dominican women, they gonna marry him. Most of the time, they gonna marry them. They ain't gonna be tricking off with 10, 20, 30 different dudes. I mean, some of these American black women in the States that do that is stupid, man. Man. And that's why they probably, if they do, if I was an American white man that was into black women, I'd go to Africa. Shit. Shit. That's you hearing something what she said. Like, you don't even, you just see where your priorities is at. That just show you, man. They just really, really say the dumbest thing. And then they put it on video. Over the whole damn world, they can see that. Man, I tell you, I've dated women of other races, and I've never, it should be basic for companionship. Basically, you had companionship with them. It was, not that I hate and say I prefer, I don't date black women. No, I dated black women too, but it's just that, hey, something like, you get to know the person, their personality. And just because I have one bad experience with one black woman, it didn't stop me from dating other black women. It's just that, hey, You know, a woman is a woman. You know, you just say you're really trying to find the personality of woman you met. You just open your option up because they say, hey, if you have a different outtake and outlook, but you don't. You should be with the person for who they are. That's basically what I'm saying. You know, that's really, you know, when people talk like that, well, I prefer, you know, it's like I said, because, hey, you don't know. And it was like, it was one case where this one woman, she was over if I can find that video, I think I'm going to find that video where she was with her husband over in Italy. And this was a black woman. She was over in Italy. Oh, here it is. She was over in Italy. I'm going to let you hear this video. She was over in Italy.
With same game parlays on FanDuel.
Her husband didn't see this coming. He's white.
Looking good.
But guess
You too, old Chuck.
Guess how they looked at her in
No
a
sweat first
certain
bet. You
way.
get up to 1,000 back in bonus bets if you don't win. FanDuel.
And as for me, I will never be back. But if you
Hold on, here it is. I'm glad I put on this one. Here she is. After this video, I want to see what she has a white husband. Watch her experience.
Their lives. That should have been our first clue. Anyway, we get to
After this
Sabah.
guy.
We go through immigration, which I don't understand why, because it's a domestic flight, but we go through immigration. My Ugandan friend and I hand over our passports to the immigration officers. Then they take the both of us, only the two of us, only two black people in the line. They take us into a separate room. So we are there alone. And then after a while, they come back in. They hand my friend's passport back to her, but they are like, for me, I'm not allowed to enter Sabah. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't understand why. He said, and I quote, we do not allow your kind here. I was like, okay, I don't want any problems. I'll go back to Kuala Lumpur. No big deal. They now asked me to come and pay for my own deportation. I was like, you guys, you are not serious. I'm a student. We bought these tickets like 8 months ago. They were dirt cheap. I don't have money to pay for another ticket to go back. He was like, okay, you know what, we'll pay for you to go back. As if he was doing me a favor. Then when the time came for me to leave, I was given a police escort back onto the plane and sent back to Kuala Lumpur. My friends couldn't afford to come back with me, so I was left alone by myself in Kuala Lumpur for like 3 days. So to make the most of my time there, I decided, let me go out and see the city. Big mistake. When I would try and go out, taxi cabs would refuse to stop for me in the street because I was a black person. I would go to restaurants and wait staff would not take my order because they didn't want to talk to a black person. Listen, when I was finally leaving that country, on the queue to get onto the plane, 5 security agents in riot gear surrounded me, started asking me questions. Where are you coming from? Where are you going? They took my passport off me. They were flashing it with different lights to see whether my passport was fake. See, if I ever step foot in Malaysia again, my left kidney will shift.
This was in Malaysia.
Yeah, so I had the worst race experience in Italy. So I landed in Italy. I went to see some friends. I had a 2 weeks holiday for the first time ever, and I was so excited to go to Italy because it's known to be a very beautiful place. I landed the first day in Italy. I was on my own. My friends were supposed to follow me the next day. I had a hotel already booked and everything. At the airport, as we are exiting, out of everybody, there was so many people, out of everybody that was exiting with their luggages, I was the only black person at that particular time there. I was the only person that was approached by the police. And they came, stopped me, had to search me because they didn't trust me. They had to search me. I was so upset and I was like, out of these people, why only me? But they kept saying, oh yeah, it's procedure. Oh, it's procedure. They searched me, delayed me. It was horrible. It took so long. I just had to be quiet, and then I carried on later on. Eventually, they let me go. I get to the hotel. The hotel was fine. I go upstairs. I drop my luggage. It was maybe 6 or 7 in the evening, and I was like, okay, I'm in the city center. I'm going to go have something to eat at the restaurant somewhere there. I walked downstairs. I just literally exited the door, and as I walked out, I saw a bike. There was a bike that was passing me. 2 guys on it, riding past me. They slowed down. They started yelling and screaming and saying the worst racist remarks against me like crazy. It was in Italian, but I speak French, so I could pick up some things. They called me prostitutes and many other just horrible things. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep quiet and let it go. By
And I thought they left. They carried on. But I realized when they got to the corner, just like a few seconds ahead of me, they turned around and came back with speed. And they came trying to attack me. So I turned around and I ran back into the hotel. And I hid there. I couldn't go out the whole night to eat. I waited until my friends came the next day. That was my first experience in Italy, first day. Pay for the experiences that are there.
I was just recently in the Maldives, Thailand, and Turkey, and I will never go back to Turkey, specifically Istanbul. And I know somebody's probably watching this like, good, we don't want you here. Which, fine, don't worry, you don't ever got to worry about me again in Istanbul. I consider myself to be a well-traveled person. I've been to every continent except Australia and South America. And out of all the countries that I have traveled to, I have never felt so unwelcome, so uncomfortable, and honestly as unsafe as I did than when I was in Istanbul. If someone wasn't barking at me on the street, someone was scowling at me. And when I say scowling, it's just staring, sneering, not feeling ever welcome, like anyone wanted me there, like I belonged there. And for reference, I wasn't traveling solo. I had my husband there who was with me, who is white, and he did not perceive any of this. He did not feel the same way I did. And it's funny because in that video, what she said that made me laugh was, you know, I pay good money to experience racism. That's what I was thinking of a lot of the time that I was there. I was like, I took time off. I took PTO off. I used my days, my PTO days. I spent my money here. And this is what I'm experiencing. I'm a visitor in your country, and this is how I'm received. Like, what? And it's funny because at the end of the trip, when I got there, I was like, oh, I want to buy so many things. I want to spend. Your girl was ready to spend. But at the end, I was so drained and just so tired that I left and was like, I'm not buying anything. I'm not spending a single lira here, period. I loved the sights that I saw. I loved the history of the country. It was absolutely amazing. I'm a big history buff, so to see these places in real life was absolutely amazing. I took from that experience what I needed to take from it. I saw what I needed to see. And as for me, I will never be back. But if you want to travel there, that's good for you.
A black person is...
This is so real. Like, people keep asking me.
So, you see how the reality is? So even when you have a husband, you see what the woman said her husband even perceived it. They you know, she well traveled. Her husband was white. But even in another country, like that place. And the other woman. And it was a woman that did an article about it, that she was a black woman. And when she would go with, I think it was her boyfriend or husband, she would say that one time her and him was walking down the street and they thought that she was a prostitute. Yeah, so Miss Thing over there with the last video with Phil, let's say she decided that she wants to go jet set over to Europe somewhere or Istanbul with her non-black with her non-black man. She gonna get, cause she's that type that want to be put on an upper echelon, upper class. She got a rude awakening when if some white guy take her over there or one of them countries, and they're gonna look at them the same way. And sometimes most people like that, he won't know, but she gonna know. That's why I say you better watch what you say about your people, because you're still not perceived. And you see how that one woman, she was in Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey, and in Malaysia. One person was in Malaysia, and they thought they simply was black. So, and she was with her husband that was white. Okay. So, and she, like she said, she been to all them continents. She go to this country, and that's what she experienced. So what I'm saying is, watch how you put down your men when you don't think not too highly of your men of your nationality. Because even if you go with another man of different nationality, in certain parts of the world, they won't accept you. Just like they won't accept some of those men in their culture. That's a fact. So it's just something to think about when you're sitting up there and you put your mouth on something and you see the self-validated worship. I mean, but at least, like I said, at least she was married, and like those women over in the continent of Uganda, Africa and Uganda, at least they married. But if they take their wives over to Italy or someplace, go traveling, that's what they're gonna perceive them as. If they take them over to Turkey or Malaysia, that's what they're gonna perceive them as. They're gonna think something. As soon as they see their black skin come from the continent of Africa, or America, or the Caribbean, they're gonna look at you the same way. But yet you don't like your men. Some of you don't like your men. Some of you want to be a part of that class. There's a cost to being part of that class. And there's some men who are white and legitimate, and some will very few ones are going to stick up for you. Very few. Hope you get one of the good ones that stick up for you. But the reality of it is, and that's in overseas, not in America. And boy, if you go some places in middle America and go out to little western towns, those sundown towns, let's see how you and your man will be perceived. Seattle. So you better watch what you say when you put down your own men, because your own men, at least your own man will stand up. Most black men gonna stand up and stand against it. But see, when it comes to some of our women, they want to escape because they think they escape into the upper class. Yeah, you can go to the upper class, but it's gonna cost you. And it's just wrong if black men do it. And just I prefer, like I said, basically go with somebody for companion. Love that person. At least get it. Like at least with the woman, the last one, the black woman, at least she got a husband. She got a ring on her finger. This older woman is in her like in her 50s or 60s. They ain't got a doggone man. Trying to advise other young women, but you ain't got the brand that you deserve. So you think that, and then let me give you some other advice. What man is going to go get with somebody who's been tricked off with all these other men? And I don't care if it's black men, white men, or other men. When they find out what your intentions is, and white men watch the internet, they see what some of you women be saying. And they're going to see the con game. That you want them for their money and whatever, and just to have just a milky skin. Because they can be in a so-called better life. Instead of some women not picking a man for the right reasons. Love that man for who that man is. Not what it is, but loving another, even if you have to love another man, you don't have to put down your other men. You got some so-called divestors that do that. You don't have to put down your other men. And just like it's okay, if you're not attracted, that's one thing. If you're not attracted, you're not attracted. But at least you're going to go with the man. Go with the man before his personality. Don't be going with the man because you think that you're going to make pretty babies with them, whatever. Or you're going to have or a status. Because you're going to have to be with that person when you're married to him or be in a relationship with them. You have to go to the battle. Whether you're on this in America, in some places in America, or even in Europe, they gonna still look at you differently. In certain places in Europe, like they went to, like Italy, even probably some places in France, because she's that last black woman that talked about that she don't date black men, she want to provide whatever, she would want that kind of man. Because she's that type of black woman is going to counter something like that. If she do meet a white man, she going to get a wake-up call. Trust me. And if she leave the United States to travel with some man who was white, they're going to look at her like she, and stop into another country, and look at her like she's a prostitute. I mean, the black woman with the white man. And in Italy, especially go to Italy. And I heard a couple other black women had husbands that were non-black. They counted over there. So you need to think about what you do when you talk about your own men like that. It's not wise, you know. But anyway, I didn't want to make this video too long. But yeah, that's the reality of it. They people like that, they got sooner or later they're gonna have a wake up call. And you don't have to, and you know, even if I would marry a woman of a different race, I don't have to put down even black women. It's like I just basically, you know, this woman, because I didn't find the right woman that match up with me personality wise. That's all what it comes down to. But you know, but if I met a black woman personality wise, it would work. But if you don't meet somebody personality wise who don't have to put all these crazy requirements like any other woman, man, it don't matter. But if I do it, I won't put down black women. You know, so I prefer not to date them black women. It's like, but you base it on a bias. You're not basing it on personality. And just because someone, and a lot of times when people do that, they do that because basically someone that looked the same culture as them had a bad experience. It's like like I said, I've had, you know, a few black women that kind of dog me and rig me, but I don't take on other black women. And even if I was dating white women and it didn't work out, I'd go back and date a black woman. But at least I would have because most of my girlfriends were black anyway. It's just, you know, some things in life you grow apart. But what I don't do is I would never put them down. It's just that the women that I come across that were black, it's like a couple other non-black women. It was a personality issue, and it's too bad some older women can't say that, and like it's too bad some younger women don't see that. You get burnt by a man of your nationality, and you want to take it out on all your men because the men that you pick. So you think that you're gonna jump over there, but you got a whole skill set. And if you do meet that guy who is a white guy, and it's a blessing. He's a blessing. I hope he loves you for you. But he's that kind that's stuck on the fetish, you know, or just want to see you as a jump off. It ain't gonna work out. Like Phil saying that in one video, and that's a fact. You meet the wrong dude. Then you find out what he really is about, or his family's really about. Might get called you all kind of names, the N-word and everything else in between. So it's something to think about. So when you don't put down the more of the story is, don't put down your own if you're gonna be with someone of a different race. You don't have to do that, and that could be either way. Like I said, that's what I did. And you sound foolish when you say stuff like that. If I sit up there and said that I prefer white women because black women are this, that's some foolish shit. Because if she don't match up with me personality, I can see the same wrong traits that I try to see in black women. I see in some white women, and I've come across traits like that. You gotta make sure she's mentally stable, or any other woman. too bad people don't. Or if you're gonna be with somebody or date or you tend to marry them, hopefully down the line, unless you want to keep collecting bodies and soul ties and stuff. I don't see why people don't understand that. You know, if I did, it's just like it's because of my personality, and we found it's something deeper. Even though it looked like outside, we are different. But I don't have to put down black women to get with this other woman. Prefer, and that would never be the case. It's just like, hey man, it was just that, hey, this kind of opportunity, this woman came in my path. That's it. But you got some divestors don't see it that way. It's like, okay, if you it's one thing you prefer a man, a different, and that's cool. Do what you do, but you don't have to put down your men. And most black men don't who date outside. They don't have time to put down black women. They just going, you know, that's their preference. And they say some mean and some evil. Some will try something over here. And some black men do, and some black men stay by. But most likely, and then they turn around like most of us, and I said maybe it's because the type of black women they came across had a bad personality. That's the only reason why. Black men don't really want to leave. Most of them don't leave black women. Trust me. It's the personality of the women that they came across. And it's too bad some black women don't see it the same way. It's it really, once you get over attractiveness and the facade of what they do for a living and their physical appearance, are you going to deal with that person and build up a relationship with them? Because if it's starting to get serious, is this the kind of person you can be serious with for the rest of your life? Unless you want to keep bouncing from person to person. That's something to think about. So, I don't want to make this too preachy, but yeah, it's something. Some people need to think about that. What I would say, even though I want somebody attractive, but what I really, as I got older, I see, deal with the personality, because the personality makes the person attractive, not just the outside. It's and anybody that hear this, whether it could be a man, it could be a woman. When you find someone of opposite sex, go with the personality. Don't just go with looks, because some people can be dressed as the most astounding, beautifulest person, and they look like they'll really be a devil. You're like, well, I'm dealing with it because they got the right look and the right body parts, they got the right talk, but their personality is going to show who they really are. So I hope if I advise somebody who is an older person, that would be the right advice to tell the younger person, because the personality you're going to have to live with. It's not just a look. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time. And yeah, it was a young woman, young man. That's the truth. That's the reality. Because you don't want to keep going busting from person to person. It's going to get old after a while. And it's going to age you physically, emotionally, and mentally. Trust me. In time it will. So, when you find someone good, keep them. Because there ain't too many people around going to come through. Take care.